What?
So you've been off filling the children's heads with stuff and nonsense.
You've forgotten what it's like.
Another classic back in theaters, or should we say another classic being remade back in theaters. Actor Emily Blunt takes on the popular role of Mary Poppins, and film reviewer Eli Glasner is here. So many of us grew up with those memories, and it's hard to even imagine that someone would tinker with them.
I was honestly, John, upset when I heard that they were attempting a sequel to 1964. It's like, if ever there was a movie that deserved just to stand alone. I mean, I think we have some footage, like Julie Andrews. I mean, when I think of Mary, I think of that part. I mean, just the goodness, the wholesome quality, the magic, that sense of fantasy. It was spectacular. There she is, dancing with Dick Van Dyke, with wonderful hand-drawn cartoon sequences. And so I mean, the temerity to step back into that dress to try and become another iteration of our Mary. That's the way I thought, but it's happening. So here we are. And there is an older Michael Banks, and he's sad, and he's a widower, and he has children of his own, and they need a nanny. And so one day, little boy goes out into the wind with a kite, comes back with Mary, and here's what it's like when she meets the Banks grown-ups.
It really is you. You seem hardly to have aged at all.
Really? How incredibly rude. One never discusses a woman's age, Michael. Would have hoped I taught you better.
I'm sorry, I didn't...
You came back. I thought we'd never see you again.
It is wonderful to see you.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
This Mary's a little smug. She's a little aloof. Sometimes she's a little scary. She's a little intimidating. So hats off to Emily Blunt. I take it back. She put her own stamp on that classic character, which of course pre-existed before the movies, and now we have a different version.
And of course, the Travers version, the original Mary, was not at all charming and had nose like a potatoes, as she described it, etc. So I referenced it as a remake, but not really a remake, officially a sequel, but they're taking on everything of the original. How do they do? Very much. I mean, this takes place 25 years after the original, so the Banks family have a new crisis. They're about to lose their home on Cherry Tree Lane. But, you know, it seems like they really looked at the formula of, like, okay, we need to hit all those notes again. So we have the sad dad. So we're going to have cartoon shenanigans. So we're going to have dancing, not chimney sweeps, but this time lamplighters. That's how Lin-Manuel Miranda gets to do it. There's the dance sequences. There's the kite. So they are wedding kind of very close to the one that we grew up with, complete with right there. You see the cartoon sequence. But I'll say this. It's charming. It's whimsical. It's silly. We need more of that in our lives, and that works. The one thing that's missing are the songs. There are songs here, and they can sing, but there's nothing that's really supercalifragilistic. Oh, not even expialidocious? Not even. What would you give it? I'm going to give it 4 stars out of 5 for many spoonfuls of whimsy.